Principles help to guide our decisions. It also helps you to evaluate decisions other people make. And often we miss a lot of context. We're going to have a nuanced conversation here. We're going to have a mature conversation here. We're going to have an intelligent conversation here. When you want things to be black and white and you reject the gray area, you find it difficult to hold two truths or two principles at the same time. Context makes things gray, and there are many parts of relationships, especially in conflict, that are gray because you have two different perspectives working together. The gray isn't dreary, it's just human and dynamic. This is all coming from someone, me, who really values order, structure, guidelines, and ideal models for relating. I also value flexibility, context, nuance, individuality, and the importance of valuing people's perspectives. I'm realizing more and more my ideal clients, my ideal audience are like that. Okay. They actually want the both and realize the both is meeting this moment where it's at, meeting this moment where it's at today. Okay, it's meeting where we've evolved to as a society and as conscious humans with a lot of freedom and a lot of responsibility. Here's where my ultra traditional people get a little bit nervous. Some people want the black and white world. They confuse that kind of rigidity with freedom when really it's just a narrow perspective that people lock themselves into and they want to drag you in there with them to try to achieve some sense of safety and certainty in an uncertain, dynamic, changing world. It's not just rigid. I also call it irresponsible because there in that place, you don't have to be responsible for the variables, your impact, your feelings, other people's feelings. You don't have to be responsible for enlarging your perspective to make space for it all. But here, I can't control the world. If I could, let me not get into it. I'm really trying not to be a cult. I really do not want to become a cult leader. I've been trying to lean out. I can't control the world, but here we're not going to be afraid of the flexibility and the uncertainty. We're not going to be afraid of making the space, nor are we going to be afraid to draw lines when it gets too loose, when it's too disordered. Okay. We're going to talk about context and nuance. We're going to be reasonable and responsible for ourselves and the impact we have on our relationships. And we're going to apply intelligent thinking to what often seems like a chaotic environment. We have got to be reasonable. Life is not an echo chamber with one way out of complex situations. There is actual context and nuance that's going on in real life. There are real considerations. Principles help to guide us. I do believe we need guidelines, but that's not all there is to it. The leave her, leave him advice, for example, that comes from black and white thinking is so simplistic and it's just not comprehensive enough to deal with all of these other variables that come with reality. Some people are dreaming of a fantasy where there is no context, no nuance, just one right way to be and do, which is why you're really drawn to super polarizing figures. You can probably think of a few. They seek comfort with people who don't challenge their rigid way of thinking, and that's okay. There are plenty of areas for you to relax online or maybe in some other parts of the world, but you just won't find that right here. The bottom line is this: let's use good principles to help guide us to good outcomes, and let's embrace uncertainty and learn from it. Let it inform us more about reality rather than trying to control it. Is this clear? Is it clear?